Very good evening. I, Engineer Amritras, welcome you all on the Seeksaa digital platform. Today, I introduce a very important and very significant chapter. The name of the chapter is called Light. This chapter is given in class 6. It is also given in 7. And sir, it is resembled to 8 and class 10th. Till now, according to your standard, there should be no any mathematical portion. There is no numerical portion. You have to study about the light. What do you understand by reflection? What are the application of reflection? Then what are the laws of reflection? Then a little bit, what do you understand by refraction? What's the application? Then you have to study about the medium. Then sir, properties of the light. Then we have a study about the kaleidoscope, periscope. This is the study according to your light chapter. So first of all, I will introduce you what do you understand by light. So, light. Sir, it is a form of energy. It is a form of energy. Number one, हमने क्या बोला कि सर light it is a form of energy. According to your level, the definition is, sir, it is itself invisible. It is itself invisible, but makes other things visible. But makes other things visible. हमने क्या बोला कि सर today's topic that we have to study in the introduction कि सर what is light. So according to my idea in simple language कि सर it is a form of energy. It is a form of energy. And sir second point, sir it is itself invisible but makes other things visible. I mean to say that ये सर खुद दिखता नहीं लेकिन दूसरों को दिखाता है और ये क्या है, एक फॉर्म है किसका, एनर्जी का. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, सर light can travel in vacuum but sound cannot travel in vacuum. I mean to say that sir sound requires medium. I am speaking, you are listening. It means here air is acts as a medium but light can propagate in without air. I mean to say that it can travel in vacuum also. So it can travel vacuum also. Next point, sir, when we talking about the light, sir, light always travels in rectilinear propagation of light. I mean to say that कि sir light always follow the straight path. Light always travels in a straight path. And sir, it can be also written as a rectilinear propagation of light. Rectilinear propagation of light. तो यहां तक किसी बच्चे को दिक्कत नहीं होना चाहिए. तो एक बार फिर से हम आपको बता देते हैं कि सर कि when we define the word light according to your standard, what I say कि sir light is a form of energy. Number one. Sir, second point, sir, light it is itself invisible but makes other things visible. Third point, sir, it can travel in vacuum also. Sir, light always travel in a straight line. It means it always follow a straight path. Next point, sir, light having a speed. Light having a speed 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Some children have doubt कि sir how we convert meter per second into kilometer per hour, and some students have, sir how we convert kilometer per hour into meter per second. So as we know कि sir if we want to convert kilometer into meter per second, as we know that sir 1 kilometer was equal to 1000 meter and sir 1 hour is equal to 3600 second. What I say? Sir 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter because I have to convert 1 kilometer per hour into meter per second. So sir 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter and 1 hour is equal to 3600 second. So if we divide 20 cancel out, sir 2 8 10 2 5 times 2 5 ja 10 2 18 ja 36. Now we can say sir if we want to convert kilometer into meter per second, we have to multiply kilometer per hour into 5 by 18. But if we convert meter per second into kilometer per hour, then we have to divide it with the 5 by, not 18 by 5, 18 by, once again कि सर अगर if we convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, then as we know that कि sir kilometer is equal to 1000 meter and 1 hour is equal to 3600 second. So if we want to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, then we have to multiply 5 by 18. If we want to convert meter per second into kilometer hour, then we have to multiply by 18 by 5. So till now we have understand these things. Suppose that if I get the example, कि sir if we want to convert 5 kilometer per hour into meter per second, तो sir, तो what is conclusion? Sir 5 into 5 by 18. So 25 by 18. If we solve like this, so 5 into 1000 and kilometer into r into second, then 3600 second. So this 0 to 0 cancel out. 2 5 ja 10, 2 18 ja 36. तो 25 by 18. तो सेम रिजल्ट अगर हमने 5 किलोमीटर पर आवर को मीटर्स पर सेकंड में कन्वर्ट किया तो 5 by 18 से मल्टीप्लाइड किया. अगर आप इसको याद नहीं रख पाते हैं तो हमने क्या कहा, किलोमीटर पर आवर को मीटर पर सेकंड में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए 5 को 1000 से गुना किया, नीचे आर है तो 3600 सेकेंड. ये क्या होगा 25 by 18 मीटर पर सेकेंड. एनी डाउट? इसी तरह सेम वे जब मीटर पर सेकेंड को किलोमीटर में करेंगे तो उसको मल्टीप्लाइड करेंगे, नॉट 5 by 18 बट 18 by 5. यहां तक आपको कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगा. तो आगे की ओर बढ़ते हैं. अब हमने कहा कि सर लाइट तो सबसे पहला इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट, एक फॉर्म ऑफ एनर्जी. सर इट इज इटसेल्फ इनविजिबल बट मेक्स अदर थिंग विजिबल. Sir, it can travel in vacuum also. Sir, light always travel in a straight line. Sir, light having a speed 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. अब बात करते हैं कि सर if the medium is changed, suppose that air and water, if the light, and this is the medium. So suppose that if the light comes here from air, and this is called normal, this is called normal, perpendicular. If it is bounced back in the same medium, then it is called as a reflection. But sir, if bounced back in other medium, then it is called refraction. तो बच्चे ध्यान देने की बात है कि अब the medium changes, then it is called refraction. If medium doesn't change, then it is called reflection. I mean to say that कि sir, light enters in air and bounce back in the air, then it is called reflection. But light enters in air and it goes to water. So, first medium is air, second medium is water. Second medium is water. So sir, here medium gets changed. So it is called refraction. If the medium doesn't change, it is called reflection. So what I need to say is, sir, when I talking about the reflection, in simple word, sir, medium does not change. Medium does not change. But when we talking about the refraction, then sir, we can say the medium changes. Medium changes. I have quoted an example in front of you. Sir, if the air comes in air, it gets bounced back in air. Medium doesn't change. It is called reflection. But sir, when the sun's rays or the light enters in air and it reflected, it goes to the water, then medium here changes from air to water. When medium changes, it is called refraction. And sir, if the air enters, if the light enters in air and bounce back in air, तो एयर में आया और एयर में चला गया तो रिफ्लेक्शन. वाटर में आया, वाटर में चला गया, रिफ्लेक्शन. अल्कोहल में आया, अल्कोहल में चला गया, रिफ्लेक्शन. But when the medium changes, it is called refraction. It is called refraction. So till now we have a study about the introduction of light, in which we have quoted 3 to 4 points which are asked in the examination. And most of the time, this question is always asked, property of light. Ki sir, light always travels in a straight line. We can also say that this property of light is called rectilinear propagation of light. Then we have a study reflection. Then we have a study about the refraction. Now we have to study about the law of reflection. In simple word, laws of reflection. Now, we have to know about the three things. This is the surface. This is normal. Sir, the ray which strikes the medium, the ray which strikes the medium, the ray which strikes the medium, it is called incident ray. The ray which strikes the medium is called incident ray. After striking, it bounces back. That is called reflected ray. What it called is a reflected ray. And the ray which strike to the surface, that is called incident ray. Incident ray. So till now we have a study. And sir, this is called normal. This is called normal. So sir, we have to study about the normal. We have to study about the incident ray. We have to study about the reflected ray. Sir, the ray which falls on the surface, the ray which falls on the surface, it is called as an incident ray. But sir, after the striking the surface, it bounces back in the same medium. That is called reflected ray. And sir, this perpendicular, that is called as a normal. That is called as a normal. So sir, we have three basic points according to law of reflection: incident ray, reflected ray, and normal. And sir, the first, the ray strike to the surface, the ray which strike to surface, the ray which strike to surface, it's called as a incident ray. It's called as a incident ray. The ray after striking bounce back in the same medium. The ray after striking bounce back in the same medium. It is called as a reflected ray. And this perpendicular is called normal. So till now we have a study about incident ray. We have a study about reflected ray. We have a study about the normal. Now, if you want to study one application of reflection, the doctor which using the stethoscope in general language it is called ala. So a stethoscope, it works on the principle of reflection. A stethoscope works on the principle of reflection. A stethoscope works on the principle of reflection. So till now there should be no any doubt. We have given you the basic idea, conclusion of this chapter. Sir, light is a form of energy. Sir, light is itself invisible but makes other things visible. Third point, sir, it can travel in vacuum also. Sir, light always travel in a straight line, or it can also be, we can say, sir, it always travel in rectilinear propagation of light. And the last point, sir, light having a speed 3 into 10 by 8 meter per second. Now, there are two terms we have a study in this chapter. One is called reflection and next is called reflection. Sir, when there is no change of medium, it is called reflection. When there is change of medium, it is called reflection. Then we try our best to, sir, how we can understand in the practical way, how we can justify what reflection, how we can justify reflection. Then what I said, sir, when we talking about the reflection, then we have, sir, when air enters in, light enters in air and it bounces back in air, it is called reflection. Light enters in air and it bounces back in air, that is called reflection. But light enters in air, but it goes to the other medium, water, any medium, not only water, any medium you can take. This is called refraction. After that, I have a study 3 point incident ray. We have a study incident ray. We have a study refracted ray, and we have a study normal. Till now, any student having any doubt, you can ask. So what I say, once again I conclude this topic, is that the ray which strike to the surface, the ray which strike to the surface is called incident ray. And sir, after striking, it bounces back in the same medium, it is called as a reflected ray. It is called as a reflected ray. And this perpendicular, it is called as a normal. So till now we have a study about the incident ray, where we have study about the reflected ray, and we have a study this perpendicular is called normal. Now, sir, the angle formed between this incident ray and this normal is called I. That is called angle of incidence. I is called angle of incidence. Angle of incidence. And sir, when we talking about this angle, this is called R. the angle formed between reflected ray and normal, angle formed between reflected ray and normal, that is called R, एंगल ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन, एंगल ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन। तो बच्चे यहां तक हम लोग ने आपको बेसिक बताया, एक बार फिर से बता देते हैं कि सर एंगल फॉर्म्ड बिटवीन इंसिडेंट रे एंड नॉर्मल, एंगल फॉर्म्ड बिटवीन इंसिडेंट रे एंड नॉर्मल इज कॉल्ड एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस, नॉट इंसिडेंट, इंसिडेंस, एंड द एंगल फॉर्म्ड बिटवीन reflected ray and normal, that is called angle of reflection. Any doubt till now? And sir, we have a study कि sir, when there is change of medium it is called refraction, when there is no any change of medium it is called reflection. Sir, स्टेथोस्कोप, आला जिसे कहते हैं आम भाषा में स्टेथोस्कोप, सर दिस वर्क्स ऑन द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ रिफ्लेक्शन. And sir, a stethoscope was invented by the scientist. The name of the scientist called Rene Lenny. Rene Lenny. So you remember Suresh Rena? So we can very easily learn the who invented the stethoscope. The name of scientist called Rene Lenny. And so the stethoscope, which generally called ALA, used by the doctor, it works on the principle of reflection. So till now, once again, I will meet you with the new topic. I try my best to conclude this topic about the introduction of light according to the class 7th standard, and this light chapter belongs to the branch of science that is called physics. So if you have any doubt related to this topic that I have given you introduction, then you can ask any question. If you want to take the screenshot, you can take. Still, if you have doubt, you can rectify. So once again, I meet you with the tomorrow with the new chapter of science. तब तक के लिए आप लोग को आदाब, राम राम, जय हिंद.